Hello, and welcome to the next section of Joomla Development 101. In this set of lectures, we will be discussing Joomla modules. First, we will begin with discussing the basic structure and function of a module, and then we'll begin the process of writing our own custom module. So, the first question to ask is, what is a Joomla module? Well, a module is a lightweight, flexible extension which can be used when rendering a page. Most often, it's used to display information to the user. If you're familiar with other content management systems, a module in Joomla is quite similar to a widget in WordPress. Most often, modules are a source of secondary information. So it's not the primary focus of a web page, but more than likely, it's a small bit or modular piece of information that surrounds the main component or main content of the page. The next question to look at is, where do modules live? A module in Joomla can be placed anywhere on a website, and these positions are defined by the template that you select for your Joomla website. We will look in a second at how you can review the module positions available in a template, both through the admin panel as well as through the front end of your Joomla site. It's also important to know that modules can be displayed within a content item. There is a plugin available with Joomla, which when enabled will allow you to call a module from within a piece of content. So now let's look at how modules are displayed. Modules have their own views, and these views are located within a TMPL folder within the module. When you install this, it will add the views in the module folder. Additionally, templates can override these views through the use of HTML overrides. We touched on this briefly in the very first set of lectures when we discussed the basics of Joomla. If there are some questions, we can certainly do another lecture dedicated specifically to HTML overrides. Joomla ships with many default modules, and these are available in the admin panel of your website without any need for doing any additional installations. They're simply there provided automatically when you install Joomla. It's important to notice, though, that not all the modules that ship with Joomla are enabled by default. If a module is not enabled, you will not be able to see it in the administration panel under the module management. So, key point, modules have to be enabled to be visible to the administrator. So now that we have an idea of what a Joomla module is, let's look at a few examples of modules, module positions, and how you can view those module positions within a template. I'm going to navigate to the administration panel of a Joomla website. From here, I can navigate to the module manager. These are the modules that are currently enabled and used in a position on my website. I can click the New button and see a list of all available module types. Selecting one of these will create an instance of that module, which I can then place somewhere on the page. If I go to the Extensions, Extension Manager, Manage, and then I filter to modules, here I can see the modules that are available, their location, and their status. You will notice that some modules are in a locked position because these are protected extensions. Additionally, modules can be enabled or disabled simply by clicking the check mark. So, now that we have modules, let's look back at the module manager, and here we can review the module positions. By opening a module up and going down to the third option, I see Positions. Here I can select what position I want this module to be displayed within. You'll notice that the positions have been filtered and grouped according to the template. The default template with Joomla 3 is the Protostar template. So these are the module positions that are available within the Protostar template. If I would like to see those module positions on the website, I can go to my Extensions, Template Manager, and choose the Options tab. Here, I need to make sure that Preview Module Positions is enabled. Once that's enabled, I can navigate to the front part of my website and simply add question TP equal 1 to my URL. When I hit enter, I will now see the front page of my website with the positions outlined or highlighted. It's important to note that these positions are not available to everyone when I make the change, simply to my user in my screen. So I'm not affecting anyone else viewing this website. Here I can now see the position for each of these modules. This is helpful if I want to then assign a new module to a position and I'm not sure where that position lives. I can go from here and determine what position I want to publish the module to. Those are the basics of the Joomla modules. In our next lecture, we will begin discussing the XML file necessary for creating our very first Joomla module.